I was mentioned before the connection between supers and oranges, no? So guys, if you live in the Hyde Park, in Bairro Alto, so you live in a nice place, but it was really disgusting to walk in the streets. Terrible, okay? So the Arabs, when they come, remember the city was Arab, they bring the original 10 seeds of oranges from Pakistan and they plant it here. That is the reason Seville in Spain they have many orange trees because Seville is without gravity, it's flat, so they need more. The original purpose of the oranges wasn't to eat because if you eat an orange here in the street, these oranges are sour, bitter, like lemons, not sweet. The oranges are not sweet. The original purpose was to take the orange from the tree, destroy it a little bit, and walk with the orange in the nose.
Right.
Because it was so disgusting to walk in the street. Terrible. Imagine all the people throwing everything from the street. So lost. I mean, okay. But who created the sweet oranges, guys? The Portuguese. And today I'm going to highlight Portugal, okay? Every empire, every country contributes with something, but you cannot imagine how Portugal contributes, okay? So the Portuguese they went to China and they discovered the tangerine. You know, in Spanish it's called mandarin. And they took the tangerine, they took the orange, and they crossed the orange with with the tangerine, took the sugar, and voila, guys. Oranges in the breakfast thanks to Portugal because they crossed two fruits. That is the reason if you go to the Balkans, Bulgaria, Romania, Albania, Greece, in the region around, guys, ask for the literally translation of orange in the language of them. It's called Portuscal, Portuscale, Portusgale. Even in some part of Italy, in Geneva, in Liguria, they call it Portuscale. Because the Portuguese, they were the first people to spread sweet oranges around the world. But now, guys, let's talk about the most famous battle in the history of Portugal. Every country, even your countries, they used to have a famous battle, no? The most famous is Portuguese here, and that is the reason you can open the freezer. So, the Battle of Diu. Diu is a city north of India, in Gujarat, in front of the Indian Ocean. This city used to be part of the Silk Road, okay? You know Silk Road, no? Silk Road. In China, India, Middle East, Alexandria, in Egypt was like New York for 1,000 years, and after that we have two Italian republics who introduced the spices inside of Europe, Venice and Genoa. They were the owners of the Mediterranean. But guys, Archo from Augusta, more beautiful than Paris, we already talked about Viriato, Nuno Alvarez Pereira, we already talked about the Marquis of Pombal, now Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama from Lisbon, he went to Cape Town. And cave by cave from Africa, he reached India and he reached China. Cave by cave was the usual way to sail for the Portuguese. But if you have a success business 500 years ago and somebody starts to compete with you, what you are going to do with your competitors?
Destroy them.
So the people from the Silk Road, they want to expel the Portuguese from the Indian Ocean. And they create a navy of 200 ships, but that ships they use roads. Because all the people's roads is just Greek and Roman. Guys, that's bullshit from Hollywood, okay? Don't believe in Hollywood in terms of history, okay? So these people create this navy, Italians, Ottomans, and Indians, and they went from Diu to Shao in Ethiopia, a Portuguese port. The idea was to kidnap the son of the Vice King of Portugal, Lorenzo de Almeida, 21 years old. They went there, and just Italians and Ottomans, they used to have cannons, 5-pound cannons, small ones, 3 in front, maximum 5, and they start to fight against the Portuguese. Boom, 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 and boom! Somebody shoot the cannon, and they kill Lorenzo. It was like that. We kill the kid. But the idea was to kidnap the kid, not kill him. So what we can do is send a letter to his father and explain the situation. Dear Alfonso, we killed your only son by mistake. But still we want to trade with you and still we want to be friends of you. With love, people of thee. They send the letter to Lisbon. He received the letter here. He read, we killed your only son. He said this letter is toilet paper. And he ordered 18 ships in the port. 18. And he said, I'm going to revenge my only son. Lisbon, Cape Town. And in Cape Town, he sent a message in a boat. Give me the people who killed my son. Otherwise, I'm going to kill all of you. Nobody replied the letter. He arrived there with 18 ships. So the people of the Silk Road, ooh, just 18, we have more or less 200, let's fight. Ooh, ooh. They preparing the infantry to fight and crash the Portuguese boats and destroy them. But guys, I told you in the beginning of the Portuguese are not Mediterraneans. They are Atlanteans. And they used to have Elon Musk, Henry the Navigant. So they stopped to use roads. Now they use sails. The 3 typical sails, even though they can sail against the wind. So guys, enough space on the deck to use another kind of stuff to fight. Which kind of stuff? But not 5 pound cannons. And was the first time somebody arrived with 18 ships and 26 cannons and 26 cannons. So the people of the zero, boom, boom, and also took the lighter, tan, 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 boom, 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 boom. And 18 destroyed 200. And in that moment, you can open the freezer like this. So guys, it's really important because now the Portuguese became the center of the global trading. Lisbon became the capital, and the Silk Road collapsed. And the Portuguese, we create 2 roads to trade. The first one is Lisbon, Cape Town, India, and China. That was the Portuguese. But the Spanish, just to respect the treaty of Tordesillas, you remember the Pope divided war in 2? We create the first channel in America, and not in Panama. It was in Mexico, the galleon of Manila. All the products from South Asia to Manila, Philippines. Philippines, Acapulco, Mexico. In Mexico, they took the cargo and they crossed Mexico by donkeys until Veracruz in the Caribbean. They were waiting for all the gold and silver from Cartagena, Fiches in Colombia, Portobelo, Panama, Veracruz, Florida, La Habana, Cuba. And in Cuba, they were waiting for protection. Why? Because in Bahamas, with the knife in the mouth, was waiting British, Dutch, and French, pirates and corsairs. Because who said the war belongs to Spain and Portugal? They want the piece of the cake. Now let's talk about food. Do you like Italian cuisine, guys? Remove the tomato from the Italians and what they are going to do. They have many dishes, but the soul of the Italian cuisine is the tomato. But the tomato is from Mexico. Tomatel is a Maya word. And the Spanish took the tomato to Europe, boom, Italian cuisine. Chili pepper, same story, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico. The Spanish took the chili pepper to Europe. The Portuguese, they went to South Africa, piri piri. They went to India, curry. And they went to South Asia. All the South Asian food is spicy thanks to Portugal. Okay? Potatoes. Potatoes are not from Ireland, and potatoes are not from Idaho. Okay? Potatoes are from Peru. They have 3,000 types of potatoes. Who introduced the potatoes in Europe? Gonzalo Jimenez de Quesada, Spanish conqueror. He from Bogota, the capital of Colombia. He took the potatoes to Spain, but in Spain they didn't like to eat potatoes. Why? Because they were thinking produce leprosy. They eat the animals for decades with potatoes. During the war between the French and the Austrians for the next king of Spain, the Austrians, they were feeding the French prisoners with potatoes. And after that war, 2 years of war, the French, they were thinking, we are fat, we don't have leprosy, maybe it's a good business. Can you imagine when this McDonald's, Burger King, Batatas Bravas, and fish and chips without potatoes? It's the base of the diet of the humanity. Coffee is not from Colombia, Ethiopia, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Turkish coffee. So he wrote Italy, Spain, Colombia, Italy, Portugal, Brazil. And that is the reason in Colombia they have the best quality of the coffee, because they collected grain by grain from the plant. In other countries they move the plant and they collect it from the ground. That changes the quality of the coffee. The quality. Onions from Pakistan, apple from Kazakhstan, original corn this size, rice from Asia to Europe, paella without rice. Can you imagine? So guys, did you see how we were creating this dynamic of global trading? You don't know, guys, but the second time that the Portuguese lose the chance to be the owners of the world with Ferdinand Magellan, and they went there just to bring clothes. You know, clothes. A tiny cloth at that time in a commerce square was trading 200 euros. A big one in 5. Clothes was the Bitcoin at that time. And the Portuguese bring it, and the Spanish. They opened the roads with that expedition. Okay? So did you see how we were so relevant to create this dynamic? And I didn't mention any English, any French, and any Dutch. Portugal and Spain combined. So guys, welcome. I give you that. But guys, just to finish it to here, 3 fun facts about Portugal in the world. The first one is Japan. They used to call Japan Sifan. And the Portuguese arrived there, and they were watching how the Japanese, they were eating the fish raw. How is called that dish? Sushi. But the Portuguese, they didn't like to eat the fish raw, so they used the olive oil from the Mediterranean and they fried the fish. Guys, you know season in Portuguese is temperar. 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 And one day one Japanese was thinking tempura. Tempura is not a Japanese thing, it's a misunderstanding of the word temperar, that is season in Portuguese. Like the fish and chips. Remember this? Vegetable friends. They explain how to fry the fish. And just to finish, guys, the most funny. You can Google it because sometimes the BT they think bullshit. Google it, okay? The tradition of the tea time is not from the Queen Victoria. The tradition of the tea time is from here. Catarina de Braganza was a Portuguese princess and she was married to Charles II, King of England in 1631. The lady was was the Kim Kardashian of the time. Okay? And that lady was missing the petition of the tea time from Goa. They took the big boxes from Goa, Portuguese colony, to London, and in London they received big boxes with 3 letters. Transporte Herbas Aromáticas. Transport Herbs Aromatics. TEA. It's an acronym from 3 Portuguese words. You go to India, you order shop. You go to China, you order chai. You go to Russia, you order shop. You come to Lisbon, you order shop. You go to London, tea. Transport herbs aromatics, because herbs in Portuguese is without H. Okay? That is the original form. So guys, thank you very much to join me today in this tour. Let's go to finish down in front.